Dinesh, first super chat of the night, thank you sir. Said Sky and BT Sports, £15 to watch a Premier League game, is taking the piss out of fans. I was going to go into transfer talk, but you've brought that up, Dinesh. So look, let's go through it. Let's have a look at the situation with Sky and BT Sport. And if you guys have said, if you haven't heard this, it's going to make your blood boil, folks. I'm not going to lie to you. So, I've got a statement here from them as well. My mouse just isn't working at the minute, bear with me. Right, here we go. So, Sky and BT Sport have confirmed that they will be charging £14.95 and I believe €16.95 for people who pay in euro to stream Premier League games that are not being televised. Excuse me, this will cover the 3pm kickoffs and will come into effect next weekend. Here's a statement that the Premier League have released about this, and then of course we'll have a little chat about it amongst ourselves. The Premier League today confirm all fixtures until the end of October will continue to be made available to fans to watch live in the UK. Under these new arrangements, the current live match selections will remain in place and will be broadcast as normal. In addition, the 5 matches per round not already selected will be made available to supporters on a pay-per-view basis, accessed via BT Sport and Sky Box Office platforms. Clubs today agree this interim solution to enable all fans to continue to watch the streams live. The Premier League has worked closely with Sky Sports and BT Sport to provide this arrangement and is grateful for the support. The agreement will be regularly reviewed in consultation with clubs and in line with any decision made by the government regarding the return of spectators to stadiums. Football is not the same without supporters at matches. The Premier League and our clubs remain committed to the safe return of all fans as soon as possible. Any updated broadcast list of matches will be announced later today. Right, so that's that part out of the way. Now we can get down to the crux of it. It is robbery, ladies and gentlemen. They are putting fans who are already stretched, people who can already barely afford the astronomical fees that Sky and BT charge. And I know this because I'm a Sky customer myself, and I think my bill is around about €160, €170 a month before any add-ons. And that's a lot of money. And then, as you said, you've got BT, you've got other platforms that some people pay for as well, Amazon Prime and the likes. And at a time when, they're right, fans can't get into stadiums and football clubs are struggling, and we heard about football clubs having to give back money to the television companies via a rebate and stuff like that. This feels like an absolute kick in the balls to any football fan up and down the UK and possibly Ireland. I'm not sure how far this deal stretches, by the way. People who were already hurting, having to dig deep into their pockets now to pay an additional £15 to watch a game of football. Yes, you heard me right, folks. £15 to watch a game of football that is not already on a platform. This is a piss take of the highest order, and I'm glad to see the reaction on social media. And you know what? These Sky and BT and Premier League and all moan about fans that go off and get dodgy streams of games and stuff like that. Well, this is why. Because the platforms are already very expensive and already keep some people away from being able to watch football. Hence the reason a lot of people go to the pub with their mates, have a pint and watch the games, because it's more cost effective for them. But it's very expensive for the pubs. But for this to take place right now, we're in the midst of a global pandemic. People are out of work. People are scraping around trying to get a few bob together. People are making sure that the kids are safe. People have so many worries, and one of the releases that we have is football. Football is one of the releases that calms people down, that brings people joy, that brings us all together, that distracts us for a little while, that 90 minutes when the game is on. And who came up with this idea? Who thought, you know what? Let's see how far we can take the piss. Let's see how much we can hurt genuine football fans now by making them shell out £15 if the game isn't being shown on the platform that they're already paying a whole lot of money for. It is completely unacceptable. I'm delighted to see that many journalists and many people are rightly kicking up a fuss about this. It is a piss take of the highest order. What's wrong with $4.95? If you want to be greedy, why not just go with a fiver or something like that? £15 to watch a game of football is nothing short of daylight robbery. And you know what? I'm not going to pay it. I just refuse, point blank. Liverpool against Sheffield United is going to be one of those games later on this month that's on it. And I'm not paying for it. Damn right I'm not paying for it. I already shell out £170 a month. Why the hell would I? And I'm sure that there are many people around the world right now. There's a reason why IPTV is trending right now on Twitter. What do you think that might be? Because people have finally had enough of the robbing bastards that have been pricing people out of football for long enough. It's not bad enough that the cost of jerseys are astronomical. It's not bad enough that there's 3 jerseys, training kits and all that stuff that parents and families have to try and scrape together money for. Now at a time when the people are already on their knees what do? They stick another kick straight into the nuts of people just to let them know that we want to rinse you of another few quid. And they wonder why people are turning away from Premier League football at times. It's an absolute joke. It is a joke of the highest order. I know that I think this has been happening for football league clubs for a little bit longer, and I absolutely agree with people who are pissed off about that as well. But come on, enough is enough, you greedy bastards. Stop asking people. I can't even comprehend what type of stupidity came up with this, folks. That's my take on it. I'm sorry that the rant went on a little bit long, but I'm in a position where I could probably afford to cover the cost of this £15 for the game if I wanted to. But why the hell should I have to? I'm already paying a whole lot of money. You're already paying a whole lot of money. But yet they want you to dig deeper into your pockets. They want another £15 out of you. They want their blood money. It's not enough for them. Greedy bastards, each and every one, and they should hang their heads in shame. And I include Liverpool Football Club in this, because Liverpool Football Club were a part of the vote that voted this in. I think Leicester City were one of, if not maybe the only club who voted against this. Hang your heads in shame. All this football without fans is nothing. Bollocks is exactly that. Bollocks. Right, folks, let's have a look at what you guys have to say. Disgusting now I know why people illegally stream, said Harry Murphy. Value for money indeed, would be a shame paying 15 quid for a 0-0 game. Exactly, it's just ridiculous, man. And this is on top of people already having their monthly subscriptions that I've spoken about. With our ownership, are you shocked the way we voted? I'm not going to have a dig at our owners, but this can definitely go into the category of bad decisions, for me anyway. I don't even give a shit if the money's going back to the club, to be honest with you. It's just ridiculous. It's just asking fans to put their hand in their pockets yet again. And look, it's not Liverpool Football Club here only. The whole Premier League is to hang their head in shame over this one, except maybe Leicester City, who, as I said, I believe voted no to this. Newman said, disappointing in Liverpool voting the £15, only Leicester reportedly voted against. Do you see why our fan base is trash? No, I don't, mate. How again does this correlate? Should we not be upset about having to go and pay another 15 quid for a game of football? But I'm absolutely in agreement with everybody who's up in arms over this, and it's coming from somebody who can probably cover the cost of it. I still don't care, because I know there are people out there under much more strain and stress than I am personally at this moment in time, and that's who I feel for in these scenarios. Is it sad that they still go on about it? The 7-2, ridiculous, mate. They're going to dine off this for a while, but look, I couldn't give a shite. It's sad that they still go on about it. Mbappe or Sancho in 2021. Jadon can start. I don't know what all this has to do with the £15 games, but anyway, we move on. Let's have a little chat, ladies and gentlemen, around the transfer market, because you're probably wondering about the title of the stream.